Hi everyone. Yet another video on the transfer of propane from a 20-pound tank to a 1-pound cylinder. What do you say? And yes indeed, but in this one I will try to explain the science behind this transfer. So here is the 20-pound tank, which is about half full, a small cylinder in which there's about 2.5 ounces left, another cylinder which has been cut to determine the volumes of these cylinders. And the adapter which will allow the transfer of the propane. So before doing the actual transfer, let's go see what the theory says. Propane has a boiling temperature of minus 44 degrees F, 32 degrees C at atmospheric pressure. So in order to maintain the propane in its liquid state in the tank, a pressure must be maintained in this tank. This pressure will vary according to the temperature in this container. This is what is called vapor pressure. This graph shows the variation of vapor pressure with temperature. So for the small tank that is in the freezer while waiting to be filled, the vapor pressure is approximately 44 psi. The vapor pressure inside the 20-pound tank, which is at a temperature of 90 degrees F or 32 degrees C, is 150 psi. It is this difference in pressures of 106 psi which will do the work of transferring the propane. This calculation sheet allows the determination of the volume of propane transferred as a function of the known variables. Without going into the details of these calculations, we can see that the weight of propane in a small tank should be 13.7 ounces once the pressures have been balanced. I've just taken out the small cylinder from the freezer where the temperature is about 25 degrees F or minus 4 C. The large tank sitting in my truck bed is at about 90 degrees F or 32 degrees C. The two tanks are now connected together using the adapter. I will then tip the 20-pound tank upside down so as to transfer the liquid propane and not the gas. In this whole process I will not interfere in any way with the main fill valve or the lead valve on a small tank so as to maintain optimum safety conditions. I will close the valve on the 20-pound tank when the hissing sound from the transfer of liquid will have almost disappeared. Action, and then we will see what the scale says. How can the 3.8 ounces difference between the theory and reality be explained? I think it is due to the fact that the true temperature inside the 20-pound tank is higher than 90 degrees F, 32 degrees C, as read on the thermometer. This higher temperature would be a consequence of the radiant energy from the black surfaces of the pickup bed. Therefore, be really careful and be content with a partially filled tank. Always weigh your tank after the transfer and store them away from high temperatures. As we have just seen, this method of propane transfer is very efficient. It is, however, easy to fill the small tank in excess of its nominal capacity of 16.4 ounces. So when the difference in temperature is large, as it was today, decrease the transfer time. In this case, the ideal time should have been around 50 seconds. Please have a look at my other videos. I wish you all a fine and safe summer, and thank you for watching.